When we were doing these driving shows, we were all on a bus together. I convinced Nick that I didn't know who Nancy Kerrigan and Tanya Harding were. Nick is learning this, that I do know who they are. He's learning right now with you. I never told him. I absolutely know who they are. He brought all his references are just 90s sports references. He only can reference the 90s. And so he brings up Nancy Kerrigan and Tanya Harding, and I was like, "Who's that?" He's like, "What? You don't know who they are?" And I was like, I don't think anybody knows who they are. And he was like a huge story. It was like figure skating is like a mafia hit. I was like, "I've never heard this, dude. Don't you think I would have heard it?" I mean, I was like, "No one knows this." He's like, he's losing his mind. I go, "They should make a 30 for 30 if it's that." They did. Another guy's like, "They should make a movie about it." He goes, "There's a movie!" And he's just losing it. I thought I was going to breeze through security, but I got held up just because in front of me. And he goes through the metal detector, and it goes off. And so they asked him, they're like, "Do you have anything metal on you?" And he goes, "I have keys on me, my keys." And I thought he was going to say like his knee or hip, just old people have metal in them a lot. And he goes, "Keys? Do you think that would do it?" You're like, I think that would be the #1 answer on Family Feud of what would set a metal detector off. Keys. I told him, I was like, "Look, let's try it with and without it. I'd love to know. Maybe they've been lying to us about this key thing." Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to put this energy pretty late in the show. This is what my energy is. Dustin? Look, thank you for having me here. This is very exciting. Got to play some sports softball. Struck out, but, it's just a pretty big yellow ball. And I like to play, I play a lot of sports. I like to golf. And recently I was golfing, and I got done, and I was very hot and gross. So I wanted to change my shirt before I drove. So I'm standing in the trunk of my car in the parking lot. I take my shirt off, and this old man walks up, and he goes, "Olivia?" He was looking for his elderly wife and saw me with no shirt on. I covered up. I was like, "What's that?" And he was like, "All right, honest mistake." And I was like, "That hurts worse than saying Olivia." I don't know who he offended more, me or Olivia. I think we could both have a word with him. I'd love to meet her, though. I'll tell you, I'd love to see her and be like, "All right, I get it." It was an honest mistake. I don't have a good body. That's the message. It's not. You ever wear those Under Armour shirts, those skin tight ones? Like, I look better without a shirt on than with that shirt on. It just shows the worst parts of your body. They have like plastic surgery, how they draw markers on you? They should just put you in that shirt and be like, obviously you can see what we're going to go after. I did do some sports growing up. I played baseball, and when I was 13, I was playing baseball. One time I was up to bat, and I got walked. So I take my base, I get to first base, and I turned around, and the catcher was still standing there, and he was holding the ball. He's like staring at me, like he was daring me to run. And I was like, "All right, dude, I'm gonna go." So I ran, he threw it, over through second base, ball goes in the outfield. I run to third base, the outfield grabs the ball, they overthrow third base. My third base coach is telling me to go home. This is about to be an inside the park home run off a walk. I won't be on SportsCenter. This is the biggest play that's ever happened in baseball. I slide, there's a play at the plate, and the umpire then tells us that it was only ball 3. This is exactly true. So, I've got to get up. Everybody's got to get up. I got to get my bat right where I left it. I got a bat again. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Next pitch, immediately strike out. I'm exhausted and just over baseball. here's what I learned though that day. Here's what I learned. I learned that if you're confident, you can get away with quite a bit. Because no one tried to stop me, and they should have. They knew I wasn't supposed to go. That's why the catcher was holding the ball, because he was like, I don't think he's supposed to be going yet. And then I just run to second. He's like, guess I'm wrong. No one's that dumb. And then he launches it into the outfield, who's barely paying attention. The umpire figures it out, but it's just easier to let me get back to him. No one ever told the parents either. No one ever explained it to them. And they were cheering pretty hard. It's a pretty exciting play to watch. And they just see me slide into home and just stand up and bat again. Like that's just a rule in baseball. And you know what? What's funny too? The year before, I got a legit triple off a walk. So in that moment, I'm like, this is just what I do. You know, like I was like, don't walk me. Like this is my thing. All right. I had jet lag there. I did not mind it because I woke up early. I woke up at 5:45 a.m. and I don't ever wake up that early. So I was like first in line at the breakfast buffet. Here's what I will tell you. When you get up at 5:45 a.m., noon is pretty far away. I mean, we'll bet your life it's noon and it's maybe 8:30. By 6 p.m., it's like, how are people out? Well, I want the sun go down. That's the next phase of my life. I'm getting up early, you know. We're getting up at 9:15 a little bit. Yeah, I've never seen my daughter go to school, but I've been close. The next update to it is so Cape Fear Cemetery has closed down. And I know, you guys had a chance to go to it. It is closed. So the guy that owned it, his name is Dean Ripa. I do not know this guy. He was there that day. I saw him that day. I don't know him. I mean, this place will be a part of my life for the rest of my life. And I was there for one day. But so he was a very original guy. He was his own guy. And you can see there's great stuff on him. There's another thing on Netflix called 72 Deadliest Animals. They interview him in that. There's also great YouTube clips where he would bring like venomous snakes to local Wilmington news channels, and he would barely pay attention to these snakes. He would like have it like on the table, and he's like not even look. They're like, could you grab it maybe more? And he's like, what's that? Like, we didn't even ask you to bring that in, by the way. Do you mean leave it in the car? What'd you want me? I remember when I was there that day, there was like cages empty, and you're like, is that supposed to be empty? He's like, we're cleaning that, but if you see something, tell us. But I'm pretty sure we're cleaning that one. So the main reason it closed is, sadly, to announce that guy, he has died. He passed away. And it's pretty wild stuff. So how he died, a little different than most. And I'm going to just tell you, and I already know what you're thinking in your head. And his wife shot him. So, yeah, you weren't thinking that, I can tell you that. It's unbelievable. I mean, the odds of this they're definitely higher than if you don't own a snake museum, but there's still... It's insane. So, this all happened after we taped the stand-ups. And so, I was telling an audience who would guess, like, how he died. And so I'm going to just tell you the guesses where people, a steak got him, good guess. Crocodile ate him, solid guess. Someone yelled cancer once, and I was like, what? Like, I don't know if I'd present it like this if I knew the answer was cancer. Let's go around the room, everybody. Guess how he died. Cancer? That guy got it. That was a good guess, One guy guessed it once, Huntsville, Alabama. And it was an older gentleman. He was sitting up front, and he just goes, did his wife shoot him? And when someone guesses your guess, and you're like, you're the worst, man. And I was like, did you look it up? And he had a flip phone on his table. He wasn't looking stuff up. And I was like, why would you ever guess that? And he was like, because my wife shot me. And I was like, ooh, well, that's fair. I bet he guesses that with every death he hears. Like, I mean, just, Frank, did his wife shoot him? No. And I'm not going to tell you anymore if you keep guessing that, all right? That's the last one. On a sadder note of sorts, we had to put our dog down recently, and it's a tough thing to do. You know, nothing was wrong with her. I'm just really busy right now, and she was very sick. That was a joke. All right, that was a joke. She would have loved that joke, so don't you worry about it. That's the type of humor she had. She was a rescue. It's not your labradoodle humor. All right, a little darker. She was a wonderful dog. We loved her, and her name was Annie. And the reason we got her was my sister worked at a vet, and people do put dogs down for no reason. So if someone brought a dog in that was fine, they just didn't want it. My sister couldn't do it, so she would walk the dog back and then just steal the dog. I don't know the laws on all that, but I'm sure now people are finding out that their dog's still alive right now. So we got Annie. Annie was getting put down. She was a hunting dog, and she was terrible at it. And she was bred to be a hunting dog, and she was just like a misfit toy that just didn't do it. She got shot once, and that's because the guy, he would be like doing target practice, and then she'd just walk in front of the targets, and he would like hit her. He's like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "What are you doing?" She had no awareness about her, like the senses that dogs have. We had turkeys in our backyard once, and I let her out to go chase these turkeys. You know, retired hunting dog, figured that's fun. And we have a very normal backyard. It's not Yellowstone Park. You can see all of it at all times. Like push her out, and she just pees and then comes back in the house. Never sees the turkeys. And I'm just looking at her like, you didn't feel anything? Like nothing was going? Like I sensed it as a human on the couch. I felt there was turkeys outside. You want to take just one lap around, see if... The guy used her a lot for duck hunting. So he would shoot a duck. She's supposed to run and go get it and then bring it back. So what I like to picture is he shoots the duck. She runs out, comes back, no duck. And she's like, I don't even know what we're doing. All right, I did not. A million things flew in the air when you shot that gun. And I'm supposed to know which one you hit. And the guy's just looking at her. And then she's like, you're not even the guy that I came out here with. Do you see, is there another guy out here by any chance?